afternoon, and we are back here live at the fifth annual MI UFO Contact Convention right here in Cold Lake, Michigan. And what an amazing day we're having. Lots of amazing people coming by, saying hi to us. And as no different, we found this lovely lady. And you might recognize her. She is from one of the co-expert panelists from the Voices of Contact show. This is Miss Debra Kauble. And she is an author, a speaker, and an experiencer of the UFO. Now, you just said to me a few minutes ago, which is really amazing, and I've heard this a lot this weekend. You are an experiencer. You are a UFO experiencer by life, not by choice. Which, you know what? It is really intriguing to hear words like that. How this is something you happen to you at such a young age, and here you are talking about it all these many days later, because she is still a spring chicken, folks. So, Deb, thank you so much for coming on the TPV Nation. We love the show. Voices of Contact. It's one of our favorites. You know, Devin, RJ, Mary, Michael Carter, and I mean, having you a part of the show. I mean, it's amazing. What a journey.
I'm so honored when Jeff and RJ asked me to come and be on the show. I'm like, are you sure you want me? It's been great. I haven't been on it very long, but I really enjoyed it. And Deb, RJ, and Mary.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And I just feel so fortunate to be there. I really feel like it's doing a good thing too.
You know what? And that's the one thing we point out in talking about the Voices of Contact show. What an amazing concept and journey into, educate. You guys are educating people to realize that, it's not a scary thing to be an experience in life. I mean, it's not bad. It's not anything. Could you maybe tell us maybe one of your earliest recollections of your first experience?
Well, my earliest recollection is when I was about 6 or maybe kindergarten age, and I went with my sister to Detroit, of all places, and was missing for an entire day. And my memory of that missing time was playing with a little boy with big brown eyes in a house that I didn't recognize. And the people that we were up there with were frantic because I was missing, the whole day. This little kid, police looking for me and everything. My sister, my older sister, who's also an experiencer, is the one who actually was credited with finding me and bringing me back. Like I said, that experience wasn't scary for the most part. And even though I've had scary things happen, at the time, I wouldn't change anything about any of the experiences that I had because they're why I am how I've become who I am now. And I want people to know that even though they may be frightening things, like for my experience, I don't feel like anything was malicious. Like my eyes were, but I think that was like a side effect of whatever happened. I don't think it was intentional. And I feel like my mission in life is to help people not be afraid.
Right, and I mean, I think a lot of this too comes from media sources making things up to be worse than what they really are, And I mean, if we here at the UFO Contact Convention, it's so amazing and how people, and listening yesterday to people opening up about their own true stories. And you know what? You don't really hear anybody say really anything that is truly scary in my eyes, because you know what, it's a journey, and not everybody gets to have an alien experience or see a spacecraft in the sky, but it does change your life when you do see one. But I feel peace and love for the most part. Like, yeah, they know who we are, and I think it's just the unknown, and I think that's what people are having a hard time with, is the
The
unknown,
unknown.
because they hear abduction, they think you're going to be taken away, you're never going to see your family again, type of deal. But that's not the case at all.
Not at all.
They're
I'm
they're
here.
just they're just here. They're just doing what they're doing. I think they're here to help us survive and to thrive and help the world grow, because we're their problem. I mean, they've already have what we want, and I think that's quite amazing. So your book, we have a copy of your book here. So when did you write this book, and how did you feel about writing the book? Because obviously this is your life story right here.
Well, Intruders was the first book written about me and my family and our experiences by Bud Hopkins. And then the first book that I wrote with my sister was called Abducted. And it was our story in the first person as from an experiencer's perspective instead of a researcher's perspective.
Right.
And this one is one that was an answer to all of the people that would say, "How are you now? What's going on with you now?" And so I wrote this, and I got it. It took a long time because I was working second shift in the factory for 15 years. But I took. It was published in August of 2021, and it's been really well received. And it basically, I've kept journals my whole life. How one of the ways that I cope with things and deal with things, strange things, is write them down immediately. So I've got stacks and stacks. So that's just the journal entries. You know, I've probably got a couple more books left in me. I mean, because I've been around a while and I've got a lot of stuff.
But see, and that seems to be the ongoing message as for anybody who's at this event, like speakers and people who are experiencers, is write down anything that you've experienced in a dream, in real life, because you never it helps you go back to remember, because we keep hearing these things of downloads. They give us downloads, and you might not understand them right away, but when you're meant for the download to be activated, I guess you would say, that's when that will trigger. But if you write everything down, it'll make more sense to you later on.
Yes, sometimes just taking it out of your head and putting it in another place can give you an entire different perspective on it. And you'll think of something that you wouldn't have thought of before. And sharing it with other people, another set of eyes or another set of another person, a different perspective, and it grows. The information in it, we can understand it, the parts of it you didn't before. I mean, so it's so therapeutic. Journaling is one of my most favorite therapeutic things to do. It's so helpful, and I have a lot of anxiety, and it kind of helps to calm me down to see it out of my head and on paper.
Right.
And then I don't worry about forgetting it, because I always have this worry that I'm going to forget things, and I do, and dementia runs in my family, so there's always that, so.
But also too, like as you write it down too, I know me and Michael John had an experience earlier this year, and writing it down, as you're writing it, so much more comes out.
You do. You remind yourself of stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, wait.
And then you go back, you're going, oh, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that is so amazing. So you yourself, if one person is out there watching this right now or later on watching the replay, and they think they've had an experience or even want to remotely tell them, what would your advice to be to them?
Reach out to anybody that is around you that you think you can reach out to. You can reach out to me at my website and send me an email if you want to share your experience with me. If you want me to, I can try to help connect you with professionals, people, that know more than me. But if you just want an ear, I'm here,
And what would your website be?
It's www.debshome.com.
There you go. And your email?
My email is debkauble@gmail.com.
And where would people be able to purchase your books if they are not here with us this weekend, in which you should be here this weekend, because I'll tell you folks, It is absolutely an amazing event to be here, to be with so many like-minded people.
It is great.
You feel so comfortable, and you don't have an issue walking up to anybody here and saying, "Hey, this is what happened to me." And to get somebody like yourself, Deb and RJ, the Michael Carters, the Bill Konkolowskis, all these amazing people who are here to help and listen and not judge, because this is a judgment-free zone, and this is what I really want.
You are among friends here.
Absolutely.
You can get my book at Amazon. It's Amazon, or you can get it at Barnes and Nobles online, or Books A Million online. A lot of the big online booksellers, you can get it.
This is amazing. So, Deb, we want to thank you so much for coming in, talking to the TPV Nation. We look forward to meeting you more down the road, listening more of your story. We're going to get you back on here for a full hour. We're going to talk about your journey into this experience and what it's been like for you growing up with all these amazing events that's happened to you. So there you have it, folks. Reach out to her, purchase her book, because going to buy my copy today, and I'm going to learn so much more, because the alien world or the UFO world is still relatively new to us or me, and I love learning. This is why I'm here. This is why I love doing what I do. This is what brings us all together. So thank you once again for taking the time out of your busy day to talk to us. In the meantime, and in between smokes, we like to say, happy huntings.